Will's watching this video and he's like, oh my god, why isn't the video we shot the video I'm watching right now? Well, Will, I'll tell you why. And the other people watching this video are probably like, oh my god, why are you wearing glasses? I've never seen you wear glasses before. Well, I usually wear contacts and I was too lazy to take my glasses off, spend the 2 seconds it would have taken to do that. And okay, so my buddy Will, he's in a few other videos of mine. I've done some videos on his channel too. Um, we went and saw Annabelle Creation together. We did a post screenings on it, but I'm I'm really angry about this. When I was moving the file from one folder to another, it like lost a good chunk of the video. So now only the first 2 minutes of the original video are remaining, which I am going to play for you right now. My buddy Will, you might recognize him from Can I Massage Your Cucumber and How Would You Like Some Nice Juicy Watermelons and Gary Banana on my channel. Probably the 3 best videos on my whole channel. And we saw Annabelle Creation. What'd you think of it, buddy?
I thought it was a scary movie that missed the potential to be a great movie. I thought the ending it could have ended with a bang. I was ready for like a really exciting finale, and I thought it fell a little below my expectations at the end.
Yeah, because I thought the first 2 Conjuring movies were better. I didn't see the first Annabelle, but you did. And thankfully you pointed out the whole doll thing at the end too.
Yeah, because in the first Annabelle movie, which takes place after this movie, because this movie is the origin story. So I saw the first movie, and the end of this movie, this movie we just saw, is the beginning of the first Annabelle movie. And in the first Annabelle movie, they used the same doll in this movie through the entire film, but at the end of this film, this doll was blessed, and then they got rid of it, and then the person who killed her parents in the beginning of the first movie, like the girl and her boyfriend who killed her parents at the beginning of the first movie, the girl in this movie was given a Raggedy Ann doll, so she was given a different doll at the end of this movie. And in the beginning of the first movie, the doll, the same doll as in this movie,
After that, we also did post screenings of Attack of the Jurassic Shark and Cool Cat Saves the Kids because, well, we just wanted to watch some terrible movies and make post screenings on them. So, I lost the entirety of the Jurassic Shark review, but I did manage to save the entirety of the Cool Cat video, so don't worry, that's all fine. Long story short, Will gave it a 7 out of 10, and I, in the original video, said I'd also give it a 7 out of 10. Right now, after thinking about it more, I might be bouncing back and forth between a 6 and a 7 out of 10. And we have like opposite opinions on the ending. I thought the end of the movie was where it picked up, and he thought the end was a little anticlimactic, and that brought his rating down. Will sympathized for the girls in the orphanage and the one who was crippled, but I'm a cold, heartless monster who doesn't care about small children, so I personally wasn't that emotionally affected by them. The first half of this movie is kind of dry and just like we don't really get to know a whole lot about the characters, and like the location works in the middle of nowhere, but like why would there be like a foster home for children in just like the middle of nowhere. Wouldn't you want them to be somewhere where they could be adopted? But um, also there's some like stupid stuff in the movie, like it's established early on in the movie that when you go up the automated chair to take you up the stairs, it'll only work if you have the seatbelt fastened. And like you've seen this in the trailer, in the middle of the movie, the girl gets on the chair, she wants to go down, but it won't work, and then she remembers she has to fasten the seatbelt, so she starts going down. The ghost makes the chair go back up the stairs, and she's like trying to grab onto the banister, and she like rips something off of it, and I'm like, dude, just unbuckle the buckle on the seat, and it'll just stop moving. Or at least like if it doesn't stop, if the ghost makes it keep moving, just like fall out and like roll down the stairs or something if you're that desperate, like anything like that. Um, the also This movie has the same problem I had with The Conjuring 2, which is uh, they know that there's some really like scary, spooky, crazy thing going on in the house, or at least in this one room of this house that they don't want to be messing with, but they keep going back to check up on it, and you're just like, why? Why would you do that when any sane person would just like see the one thing and just be like, nope, not coming back? Like when puppets start moving on their own, that is when you nope the hell out of there and never go in that room again, and you say to yourself, oh, that's why the guy kept that room locked the whole time. I should probably never go back in there ever again. Um, and there was there is a possessed scarecrow in this movie, which I really liked because it reminds me of stuff like Harold from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. And by the way, Mr. Del Toro, because I can't pronounce your first name, make the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie already. We need it. I thought the movie does get better as it goes along. In the beginning of the movie, I was kind of like, I'm kind of feeling like a 6 here, but then the movie picked up in the end, and that's where it started getting really creepy, and like more scary stuff started happening, and I was like, okay, it does it well, it's effective, some of the stuff is kind of recycled, and like we've seen it already in like the first 2 Conjuring movies, but the movie does it well, and that's why I was like willing to give it a 7. And also there's one kind of weird thing where one of the girls goes to the sister, the nun, for a confession, and is there some like specific denomination of Christianity where a nun can do penance? Because I'm pretty sure you need a priest to absolve your sins. Like unless it's like something that was in the past that they changed later on, or if there is some specific denomination that can do that, but that was just kind of weird to me. And like Will was ranting about at the surviving chunk of the original video, Will was like, yeah, this the Annabelle doll that the girl gets at the beginning of the first Annabelle movie is shown in this movie to be a Raggedy Ann doll, which is what the real Annabelle doll is. Which is like, I don't know if that's just paying homage to the real doll or just like or just a continuity thing. I don't know, but um, yeah. Overall, it's a solid horror movie. I'd say it's nothing spectacular. Um, like I think I think the reason a lot of horror movies coming out in the last 5 years or so get so critically acclaimed is because so many horror movies are so bad. Like it just happens to be in the horror genre. I'm not saying like, oh, it's a horror movie, so it's automatically bad. Like a lot of horror movies tend to be subpar and not good. And then when something even like a slightly above average comes out, it seems great by comparison, and people are like, "Oh wow, this is amazing," just because it's just the best thing they've seen in theaters for a while. Um, but yeah, if you liked the Conjuring movies, you'll probably like this too. If you liked, I never saw Annabelle, but if you liked Annabelle, you're definitely gonna like this because from what I hear, the first Annabelle wasn't good, and this movie is a significant improvement on it. So, um, there's probably more stuff we talked about in the original video, but that's all I can think of right now. So, um, yeah. Uh, if it seems like your cup of tea, check it out. And anything important I forgot about, I'll probably put in the description or something.